What's going on, guys? It's Gendo here. Hope you're having a good day, and welcome back to another episode of the world's first. If you're still enjoying the series, please go and smash that like button. Now today, as I said in the last episode, it is a trifecta of matches to round out the League 2 season. Are we in the automatic promotion zone? Will we win the league? Are we in the playoffs, or are we out of it completely? Let's take a look at the matches over last month's plus and see how we've done. I think we've done very well for ourselves, if I do say so myself, as in our next 8 matches, we have only lost 1, and that was to first place Yeovil. But 7 wins following the double live com versus Rochdale and Bishop Stortford has solidified our positioning, at least for the time being, in the automatic promotion spots. But it didn't come without some struggles, as in the next 2 matches versus Tranmere and Eastleigh. Yes, we won 2-1, but we had to come from behind to pick up those victories. Eastleigh and Tranmere scoring first before we came back in the second half of both of those matches to come away with the victories. Then a very solid victory, a 3-0 domination versus Crawley. We had a little bit of a scare versus Doncaster 3-2 here, but we were able to pull it off in the end. Another dominant victory versus Ebbsfleet, and then one that on the surface that just didn't feel like a good clean victory. 2-0 versus Port Vale, but we scraped and clawed to get those 2 goals. Not a lot of shots on target for us, but it was nice to get the 3 points anyway. Like I said, against first place Yeovil, they are going to win the league, and they showed why they were going to win the league on this day, beating us soundly by the score of 2-1. And then against Barrow, we tapped it off, not really with a very astounding performance. We didn't even get a single shot on target, and our only goal on the day was through a defensive mishap by Barrow. So we're kind of limping into these last 3 matches. Let's see where we are on the table. Yes, a nice run of form of 21 points through a possible 24 has seen us up into second place. We are 1 point behind Yeovil Town, sitting with 78 through 43 matches. Interesting to note, though, we are 5 points clear of the promotion zone, which means in our next 3 matches, all we need is 4 points. 4 points in any way, shape, or form in those next 3 matches, and we see ourselves up into League 1. Not bad for somebody who at the very start of the season was just wanting to stay alive and not get relegated back down into League 2. And now we're already talking about automatic promotion up into League 1. But we can't rest on our laurels just yet. We could get 3 losses, and we could see ourselves drop into the promotion playoff spot. Not automatic spot, but it all comes down to how we do in our matches today. So let's get right to the crux of the matter, the first of the 3 matches versus Mansfield away from home, and we're going to do it without our star striker in Anthony Steer. He suffered a calf strain and was out for the last few weeks, so he is going to be out for this one as well. Should be back for the last 2 matches. Also, we don't have Gamblin due to injury, and we don't have Jake Gallagher, so our midfield has been deeply depleted. Wasn't very deep in that spot in the first place, so it's been deeply depleted on this day. Hopefully we will do well without them. But the starting lineup is as follows. Bonham in nets, Baba, Stott, Rowley, and Allen along the back line. The midfield will be Tatham, Andre Jones, Joe Grayson, and Sam Kelly. And then sitting up front, David Herbert and Rob Foster. Like I said, hopefully we can get something on this day. 4 points out of 9. That's all I'm looking for. Cross fingers, hopefully we get a win today. But let's kick off and see what happens. Baba up to Tatham, 22 seconds in, ball coming into Herbert. It's already 1-0 to the good. Sheffield getting themselves in the lead. His 18th goal of the season. David Herbert has decided to be a great striker late in this season. After choosing not to play him for the first third of the season, David Herbert has really turned it on and has shown why he deserves to be starting wherever he goes. That was a great cross in from Tatham as well. Herbert with the easy tap in. Mansfield, on the other end, though, it's been taking them 23 minutes, and Mansfield have finally equalized. It's 1-1. Defensively, should have done a lot better. Goalkeeper stopped it at the first asking. Bonzo with a great stop. However, the rebound fell directly to a Mansfield player, and defensively, we're just all over the shop. Mantra of the season, could have done better. Mansfield now with the ball, and they have been turning it on since that opening goal from us within the first 30 seconds. It's been mostly Mansfield for the match. We really need to start closing these guys down and holding on to the ball as we were doing right here. Kelly really needs to find some space. Allen over the top. Rob Foster, he has the speed to, just on the outside. I thought for sure that would have snuck in. Halftime and nothing much else of note. It's just been all Mansfield since that opening goal from us. They have been taking it to us. We need to start closing them down, hit them on a counterattack, and hopefully grab ourselves a winner. So second 45, let's just go right back out there and see if we can get it done. Mansfield are really sticking it to us, but it's a good save from Bonzo. The ball coming back over the top, and then Rittenberg missing a sitter from 2 yards out. Thought for sure. Ball lumped over the top. Herbert, he's a striker. He has no crossing ability. Somehow finds Foster, and it doesn't go in. It hits the post twice. Foster not respecting the equipment whatsoever, and he pays for his actions. 12 minutes to go, and I'm throwing out all the stops, pushing us forward to see if we can get a final. What? Whoa, no! Oh, the goalkeeper was off his line. If he was on the line, Bonzo could have saved it, but Ritterberg just dinking a header over the top, and we're losing. Not the way I wanted to start it. Not the way I want to start whatsoever. It's a 2-1 loss to Mansfield. Possibly the easiest out of the 3. But now we need to lick our wounds and come back in the next match. Just wasn't our day, boys. Still need 4 points. Still need 4 points. Do we still need 4 points? Maybe more. Maybe we need to get 2 wins out of our next matches if we want to get anything out of this, as Blackpool is inching ever closer. Top 3 get automatic promotion spot. Don't want to drop lower than that. And our next match is going to be against Oldham. Oldham, who are sitting in 6th place and want to boost themselves up to get as close to the automatic promotion spot as possible, whereas trying to bring us down into the playoff zone. They're going to come out in a 4-4-2. Of course, we're going to be coming out in a 4-4-2 as well. It's been 2 weeks since the last match, so we have some returning faces. Anthony Steer is sitting up front. Tom Gamblin is sitting in the middle. However, everyone else is looking pretty much the same. We're going to have the same back line, the same goalkeeper, the same midfielders, except Sam Kelly is taking a seat for Jack Steele. Everyone else, like I said, remaining the same. Let's go out there. We need to get a result here against Oldham. Otherwise, chances are looking slim that we're getting automatic promotion. But let's go out there and see what happens. You know what this calls for? This calls for not just the league table, but for current scores. Because we sure as hell need to be looking around the league and seeing who and how everyone is doing. So there we go. Latest scores. League table, we only need to see the top 7 anyway, so let's kick off now. 24 minutes on, we finally see our first highlight. We have the ball off of a bad free kick from Oldham, and what can we do with it? Steele inside to Grayson, tries to go over the top to Herbert. We need to hold on to possession. I mean, that has been something we haven't done all season. We really don't hold on to the ball. We really should, though. Maybe we can do something here. Counterattacking is our game. Maybe we can get something here. Grayson goes over the top to Steele. He does have a couple of red shirts in the box. Finds David Herbert. Oh, it's on the line. It's in! It is in, and I don't know how it went in. The goalkeeper spilled it into his own net. I thought for sure it would have gone in at first asking, but it's an own goal. Let's take a look at this again. I cannot believe this ball went in. Herbert. So, what? The ball just bounced around. Goalkeeper didn't even pick it up. He left it lying on the ground, and it rolled across the line. Whatever, it's 1-0 Sheffield. Possession, boys. We had several men around the ball, and we still cannot find the ball. Hazeldine coming inside, taking it to the byline. Oldham getting inside. Defensively, we are starting to look a shambles. Takes a shot, and it's over the bar. I'm not changing anything. I may drop it down to counter, but as it stands right now, we're doing okay enough to see ourselves through in this match. So let's go back out. Second 45. Oh no, it's a bad back pass from Gamblin, but Bonzo's there with the save. Oh my lord. Thought we were going to throw it all away off of a bad back pass. I've seen that happen way too many times, but it still could all go wrong here. 5 minutes into this half, ball being played around the top. Bonzo with another good save. Nobody on our side is playing particularly well. 10 minutes into this half, ball falls to Gamblin to Steer. Was he onside? Ref says he was, but the shot just could have been a little better. We are, with this counterattack, inviting a lot of pressure onto us, but so far, defensively, we are holding. Knock on wood, defensively, we're holding. 9 minutes left to go in this match. Nice block by Steele. Scott, it's inside. Oh, come on! No! I need to stop saying things, because they're going to get undone. Every time I say something, it gets undone. Ball coming inside, David Herbert, yes! In the last seconds of it. No, oh my God. I mean, it's all gone to pot, hasn't it? We really should have come away with something there. But as it stands right now, our final match is against Stevenage. We are 3 points clear of Blackpool, who are sitting in 4th place. If you take a look at the goal difference, though, we have 35 and they have 20. Now, I like to assume that goal difference is the tiebreaker in League 2. If that's the case, then we have a major advantage. We have a major advantage if tiebreaker needs to be assessed. We just can't let a 15-goal swing happen in the last match. So, but like I said, we're playing Stevenage in our last match, so let's get into that team sheet. All right, boys, final match versus Stevenage. It is away from home. They're playing a 4-1-2-3, or as I like to call it, the V formation, 4-5-1. And this is how we're going to be lining up. Really, no changes from the last match. I felt like this team did a lot better against Oldham than the other team I had versus Mansfield. So we're just going to stick with this. Bonham in net, Baba, Stott, Rowley, Allen, Tatham, Gamblin, Grayson, Steele, Steer, and Herbert. These are the 11 that I want to see out on the pitch when we see ourselves get promoted. But will we get promoted? 90 minutes to find out. Let's cross our fingers and hope all goes well. Let's kick off and see what happens. Alright, boys, everything is still going to stay up from last match. Latest scores and match table, because I want to be absolutely certain that we're going to see ourselves promoted at the end of this match. We're going to be in the blue today, since Stevenage, our home team, in the red. 9 minutes in, we're already losing. I mean, I did say at the very beginning of this episode, 4 points would have seen us through. Like, no doubt 4 points would have seen us through. If we somehow get by with 1 point, I'll be amazed. 17 minutes gone, and now we have the ball looking pretty okay. We need to do a little better with our passing, but other than that, doing fine. Gamblin out to Steele on the wing. He does have a couple of blue shirts in the box. Finds David Herbert, who hits the post. So many people not respecting the equipment today. So many missed tackles, so many bad passes, and Stevenage continuing to take advantage of it. They hit the post. Ball whipped out to the wings. Biabi out there on the left. He does have someone coming in. It's a goal. Oh my lord. We are just absolutely backing into this, and it's Andrew Stott. Andrew Stott has been a liability this entire effing season. There's a reason why I'm not re-signing his contract at the end of this, because of performances like that. To be fair, the other defender, Rowley, smacked it off of his face into the back of the net, but still, you need to learn better positioning. I honestly have not seen a team less deserving of promotion than I am seeing right now. These last 3 matches have been absolutely shambolic compared to the run-up that we had. Of course, not to say that those matches, those 7 wins out of 8, weren't all hard fought, because they were. We came from behind in 3 of those matches. Who's to say that we can't come from behind and actually get a goal here? Jack Steele, the left winger, trying to take it up the left side, finds a blue shirt on the far side, and it's Tatham, Tommy Tatham, from one winger to the other. And we finally get on the score sheet. As I said, I'm very happy if we got a 1 goal against this team. And there it is, Steele to Tatham. There were several blue shirts in the box. Fortunately, Tatham there to get it. And it's 2-1 now. Ball lumped over the top for Stevenage, Alabi. But he's being mugged off by 2 guys. Gets it back to Abraham Biabi, who is onside and unmarked, even though I tell my team to do so. He makes it 3-1 to Stevenage. And just like that, we also drop down into 3rd place thanks to Coventry winning their match. We are still level on points with Blackpool. But it looks like on this day, goal difference is going to be the difference here, as we can finish no worse than 3rd, and we're going to see ourselves through to League 1. I mean, this is probably the most undeserved promotion I've ever witnessed, especially from myself. To be quite honest with you, like I said, we did so well leading up to these 3 matches, and we only pull 1 point from our last 3. 2 matches which should have been winnable. Mind you, against Mansfield, against Stevenage, we should have won these matches straight up, but we didn't. Our only result was against an Oldham team that was sitting in the promotion playoff spots as it was. I guess you know what they say, be mindful of teams that are sitting near the bottom. They have nothing to lose, whereas we had everything to lose, and, well, we almost lost it all here We lose 3-1, we lose the battle, but we do win the war. We see ourselves finishing in 3rd place, and that means only one thing. Yes, that means Sheffield get themselves promoted up into League One. Yes, get in, boys. Now let's take a look and see what the budgets are going to look like. Well, it's double than what we have currently. We have a $575,000 per year wage budget. They bump it up to $1.3 million. I can definitely bring in some players who are of League One caliber to see us consolidate, and that really is going to be the big focus next season. Consolidation. There's no way we are getting automatic promotion from League One up into the championship. The main focus is to not drop back down into League Two. Otherwise, I honestly wouldn't know what to do. Following up with a little bit of admin work, I'm sure you guys want to see who were the best players we had on the squad, and without a doubt, the 3 strikers took the cake for this team this season. Anthony Steer, David Herbert, and Rob Foster, all 3 of them getting double digits worth of goals. Tommy Tatham and Jack Steele out on the wings. Did not expect the wingers to be as proficient a goal scorer as they were this season. As they were. They each nabbed 11 themselves. Nobody else came close outside of those top 5. Anthony Steer, Rob Foster, I'm glad I have them on for next season. I want to try and see if I can get David Herbert once again back in from Nottingham Forest because of how proficient he was up front. Then all I need to worry about is who's going to be on the defense because Lord knows the defensive line was terrible. In terms of total assists, surprising to see Anthony Steer up there with 11, tied for most with Joe Grayson, the midfielder. Both wingers getting a total of 18 between them, and then it just gets dispersed all the way down to Scott Hoes. Only 5 people on the season did not get an assist, which means that everyone was spreading the love around. And then finally, best average rating on a player, Jack Steele, with a 7.78, well-deserved because he had a fine time scoring goals at the very start of the season, and then once everyone started to situate themselves in their roles, then he started producing the assists. So good on for him. Joe Grayson coming in 2nd, and Tommy Tatham in 3rd with a 7.39. Surprisingly, Anthony Steer, with all of his goals and assists, only with a 7.26. Curious. Though if you look down here, the below 7 watermark, you will see a lot of defenders. You will see Scott Hoes, Jeremy Arthur, Andrew Stott, Declan Jones, Scott Duxbury. Now, a couple of those obviously didn't play a lot of the season, but it just seems like the turnover for next season between League 2 and League 1 needs to focus solely on the defense. We cannot continue letting goals go by if we want to stay afloat in League 1. So that's going to be the major factor going into the offseason. Try and find defenders and basically try and find defenders who want to play on a team like us sitting in League 1. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching this season of Sheffield FC. So glad that we've seen ourselves up from League 2 to League 1, but now consolidation is key. I'm going to spend this offseason looking at several defenders to try and plug holes. And boy howdy, there were a lot of holes that needed to be plugged on the defensive line. Need to try and find who wants to play for us in League 1. That's going to be the tough task. But I'm up for the challenge if you're up for watching it. So like I've said before, thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, of course, smash that like button. Lets me know that you're still interested in the series. And of course, subscribe if you are new. Any comments, suggestions, questions, anything else, please leave in the comment box below. But as always, this is Gendo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and peace out.